Now, you know quite a lot about this because you were the chief business advisor to the Prime Minister in 2019, in the months when British Steel went into administration. Did you advise the government at that point to sell the firm to Jingye because they bought it weeks after you got elected and stepped out of that role?
Yeah, those, from my recollection, those conversations had been ongoing anyway for some time. It was led by the Secretary of State. But you've got to remember that Jingye was the only bidder at that time. It was a deal that was welcomed by the GMB Union, by the Community Union, and by UK Steel.
And indeed, they subsequently went on.
They subsequently went on. Well, it was the only deal at the time, and many people, including the British Steel workers, the unions on the ground, local MPs, all wanted that deal to happen, and it did indeed go on and get investment into Scunthorpe and keep the business going. So, look, there's clearly been a breakdown. The world has changed.
Did you have any doubts at the time?
Well, it was the deal on the table. I mean, as I say, look, I want to be really clear. I mean, this was led by the Secretary of State and officials.
But you were called the chief business advisor. This is business.
The whole consensus at the time, Trevor, was that this was the deal that would have secured the future of Scunthorpe. Now, things have subsequently changed. There's been a breakdown in a relationship that really seems to have happened. And as I say, I hope that people like the Public Accounts Committee will get to the bottom of it, because that relationship that was originally formed back in 2019, 2020, was in a very different world in terms of energy. I don't know what it was, the straw that broke the camel's back here, whether
if I may say so,
additional jobs tax or... Sorry, keep going.
But I'm just saying that, but it seems to me... Sorry, I'm just trying to find out whether at that time you took a view about this. Were you asked? Did you say, let's have some doubt about this? Did you say, it's the only deal, let's go with it? What was your position?
Well, it was the only deal, and I think everybody said, let's go for it, from the
I'm asking about you, not everybody.
To the... Well, I include myself within that, but I don't want to aggrandise about my role. These things are led by Secretary of States and officials. Had it crossed my desk, or when it crossed my desk, I don't recall, I would have said, let us follow that advice. This is the deal on the table at the time, and this is going to allow Scunthorpe to get investment and continue to produce steel. I still think that was the right thing to do, but clearly, with hindsight, a great deal has changed. That was before a very different environment as to the basic law in Hong Kong, for example. There had been other deals whereby Chinese investors, for example, in Geely, had successfully secured the future of automotive companies like Lotus.